Join myself and Claire Windus from Independence Elementary. She will be tomorrow's Luther Family Ford weather kid. Looking forward to showing Claire a whole lot of winter weather material, as it's going to be some wintry weather. Now, this is a very serious storm system, and it's still a long ways out through the weekend. It's going to last between now and as we go into the day on Saturday, even Sunday morning for some. Travel will become difficult or impossible. Talking tree damage possible with the leaves on the trees, heavy wet snow possibly causing down branches and power lines. Freezing pipes and hoses, cold air is on the way, folks. Localized flooding is going to be a concern, particularly in the Northern Valley, up in northwest Minnesota as well. There is a significant threat to livestock out there because we're talking feet of snow in some places and overturned high-profile vehicles when the wind takes over. So these are some things to keep in mind as we head into the next 3 days. Let's take a look at how things are taking shape right now. Clouds have spilled into the valley. Still some peekaboo sunshine here and there in southern portions of Lakes Country, while snow is beginning to start to make a presence out in eastern Montana and western North Dakota. The actual core of the low pressure system aloft, you can actually see it spinning, punching its way in to the central Rockies right now as this storm system is still developing. As it does so, we happen to be in this transitionary zone. Take a look at these temperatures. It is 70 just off to the east of us in Lakes Country, and Williston reporting 18 degrees. Not certain that there isn't some sort of error there. That's colder than expected. 30s though, low 30s in Dickinson. Cold air tonight will be moving in, and tonight the storm does begin out in the western Dakotas. For many in our area, those clouds are going to start yielding some rain showers as we go through the evening tonight, particularly in our northern counties, although we could see some down south by the 10 o'clock hour. Temperatures will be falling now between now and into the day on Thursday and Friday. Here is a look at the snow bands as we go through the overnight. Focus on the Devil's Lake Basin, as this has a little bit of a slant to it from the central Dakotas up into northeast North Dakota. That's where the chance of snow is overnight and into the morning. So some morning flakes will just begin accumulating up in the Devil's Lake Basin. The rest of us seeing rain through the overnight hours, temperatures 30s to low 40s for most. Going through the entire day, if you're in southeast North Dakota, there's going to be periods of heavy rain that work their way from southwest rather to northeast. So this is all rain here. The pink you see is that transition where we could see some sleet or briefly icy conditions, and the snow will continue in earnest through the Devil's Lake Basin and James River Valley throughout the entirety of the day. So our western counties will have accumulating snow. In the Thursday time frame, we'll have rain here in the Southern Valley. Our model says all the way through 5 o'clock. So the drive time home tomorrow, still wet here in Fargo, but will be very, very white in the Devil's Lake Basin. Now, as we go late into tomorrow night, some models say we'll see that transition to snow take place by Thursday night, but I'm confident that by Friday morning here in the Southern Valley that will take place. We will have strong winds, but this is not the main part of it. This storm system coming in a couple of different waves. Let's talk about this first wave, though. Through tomorrow night, 1 to 2 inches of rain where you see the greens and the yellows. The best chance of 2-inch totals there where you see those yellows. That's a lot of rain on top of some wet soil. Now, here's a look at snowfall potential by tomorrow night. 2 to 7 inches in the Devil's Lake Basin, and even more just west of Devil's Lake and close to Towner County out there. If you're in Jamestown, you will have in the western reaches of your county some accumulating snow that will make travel tricky. Now, let's take you into the day on Friday. The transition happens Friday morning. We'll start to see accumulations in Fargo throughout the day. The wind starts to pick up late in the day on Friday, while the snow just continues to dump on northeast North Dakota and the James River Valley throughout Friday. And the snow is expected to continue with the winds, where we could have possible blizzard conditions late Friday and into the day on Saturday. We'll get to that later. Let's take a look at the rainfall through this time frame now. We're talking Friday night, over 3 inches in places, and that adds to the mix there. Snowfall potential, a little bit less certain on what we expect for Friday, but 8 to 15 inches with isolated areas with 20 plus inches of snow already by Friday, with more on the way. Fargo, Moorhead, Grand Forks. Grand Forks, you're closer to that northeast zone where we'll see heavier snow, 2 to 5 for Fargo, with very light amounts out east. However, there could be some accumulations of ice, maybe even significant in places in the Sisseton Hills. Now, it continues into Saturday and Sunday even, but the strongest winds and heaviest snow will be into Saturday morning. As this system continues to work its way out as it weakens, some snow totals will exceed 24 inches. So 2 to 3 feet of snow in northeast North Dakota, the James River Valley, the Cheyenne River Valley, Fargo, I'm thinking 5 to 9 right now. And again, those Saturday totals and late Friday night totals are a little bit less certain. The European model keeps more of this snow out to the west and less here for us. We will update you on that. Just know this storm continues into the weekend. 30s tomorrow, falling temperatures throughout the day with rain in Fargo, snow in the James River Valley and Devil's Lake Basin. Kirsten sending in a beautiful East Grand Forks Bridge photo here. Here's a look at your planning forecast. Friday, the snow continues, as we talked about, even into Saturday. Then, as we go into Sunday, it begins to really weaken as temperatures slowly and gradually return, but not anywhere near normal.
All right, and we'll continue to bring those updates over the next few days.
Absolutely.
All right, thanks, Hutch.
You bet.